The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Thursday, looking live at the top of a tent on Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where it is 67 degrees. The high is 71. The low is 47.
He's Shannon. This is Nate.
Hey, and we're just going to chat.
We're just going to chat.
Yeah.
Because our man, Salt and Pepper Poppy, is on his way. So I don't know. He may want to do this
It's
all
all over, yeah. So
We'll kickstart.
you're doing a good job, though, bro. You're just in the wrong seat. You're doing a great job.
Sure.
The tent, the view of the tent is because they got a little tennis going on.
Yeah,
here.
big tennis.
Big time
A
tennis.
lot of big names here.
Yeah, it's a very bustling Star District whenever I came in and had lunch today. A lot of folks out here walking around.
Where you had lunch at, brother?
I went over to a little pizza joint over at Cane Rosa out here.
Good stuff.
They have a pizza called the PBR. It's pepperoni, brisket, and then it has jalapenos and barbecue sauce
Really?
drizzled on top of it. And
I
it
had that one.
might be one of the best pizzas I've ever had.
Really?
Right.
Delicious. I got
Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah.
Oh, I had lunch with my old office mate Jason Kettle. So
Yeah.
it was a one-on-one.
Oh, okay.
But- and
was
I-
it good? Was it a good
It was good. It was
one-on-one?
good. Yeah, yeah.
It was a good one-on-one.
Yeah, it was good. It was,
What did he have?
he had the honey bastard.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And what does that pertain? You didn't ask.
I didn't ask. Sure, it has honey on it. So,
Yeah. Fellas,
What?
I wanted to say this, man. The Super Bowl for me, that was a doozy. I loved it, and I know it hurt fantasy football fans all over the world.
I knew you were gonna like it.
Fantasy is
but-
over, by the way.
Yeah, fantasy, not mine, but I loved it. I love how this game was played. I love how the defense, I love how the offense struggled, how they ran the ball. I love how even the Vrabel, the losing coach, stuck with his guns. He tried to get his team going. I love this. What's up, Jay? What's up? I loved the way this game was played. And since we're here, we're gonna do this thing right. Jesse just stepped in. Let's go.
You are looking live at four ugly dudes on the TV. It's 67 degrees outside. The high is 71
Yeah,
or 4, and the
67.
low is 47.
Yeah.
He is Shannon. That is Nate. In the back is Chris B. Keeping us live and local. This is Kurt. One pump dance because two pumps will get you a fine.
Yeah.
As always, I'm your boy Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent to Braille people.
Feel us.
When we speak.
Wingstop is here. Welcome to the show, Jess.
Welcome, Jess. Welcome.
We stalled.
What do people be? It's 12 o'clock on a Thursday. Why is it traffic?
Jesse needs a helicopter sponsor if anybody got one.
Why is there traffic?
They
Call this boy Jay, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones made
the
me.
chopper.
Don't work around here.
Get the chopper.
Get to the chopper. I don't know. There's always traffic in Dallas somewhere.
It was
like-
traffic on 35. It was traffic on Tollway. I'm like, goodness gracious.
It's like
That's called New York on the right hand side and California on the left hand side, depending on how you stand it.
It's like rain in New Orleans. It's raining somewhere in the city at every point of the day.
That's right.
But there's always traffic somewhere in Dallas. It's just so if you're on the road that the traffic is on or not. We're glad you made it.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
We were
man.
just talking about the Super Bowl. Nate was talking about how he loved it. Everybody that I knew was like, man, that was a terrible Super Bowl. I was like,
What about that halftime show? No, let me.
we'll get to
I
that.
didn't watch
We'll
it.
get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
By the way, Kurt, did you know Green Day was playing
I had
before?
heard it.
I did not even know it. I turned the TV on. I was like, what?
Yeah, I didn't.
What is this?
I'd heard that.
Yeah. A lot of variety in the music selections.
Good.
On Super Bowl.
What's
day.
halftime show did you watch?
I watched Bad Bunny. And by the way,
Kurt?
Oh yeah, I loved it. Bad Bunny.
I turned it on and saw some sisters dancing. I'm like, okay, I ain't got the right channel. I just turned away from it.
Chris B, what halftime show did you watch?
He's playing corn.
Honestly, no, I was not playing cornhole. I was playing pickleball.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which one did you watch?
Oh, Kid Rock one.
Did you really? You know what? From a production standpoint, the reason why most Super Bowl halftimes don't look good is because it's hard to fill up a field and make it look good on a camera. I thought they did a really good job of like sectioning everything off and kind of now in the stadium, I'm sure it looked terrible, but looking at it visually, I thought they did a really good job of keeping everything tight cinematically. Couldn't understand a word that was going on. I did recognize a couple of songs. I talked to a friend of mine that's from Puerto Rico, speaks Spanish, still has family down there, and said he had a hard time hearing the lyrics. So yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was interesting. And then
being messy.
you know, and then
The
I went.
funniest moment was the guys dressed up as trees. That's the fun. That's what everybody's gonna remember this
Yep,
halftime from.
the grass.
The grass.
Yeah. I thought it was good. And then the little nuggets he had in there with all the hidden celebrities and everything.
I need a video showing me
Who was what?
And all like the hidden meanings and who the famous people were. Because I was like, that person looks famous.
I had like a
Couldn't place them all.
3-minute debate on whether that was Lady Gaga or not. I was like, that kind of looks like her. And
had
when
to
she
go-
danced, I was like, that's not Lady Gaga.
So I had to go and research the tattoo that was on her arm, the trumpet on her arm. When you go and look on, I was like, I said Lady Gaga tattoos, and sure enough,
that was it. That's how you matched it
I was
up.
like, there he is.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
I know you were trying to be messy, but
Yeah, I'm always come on,
I'm
message.
not gonna let you be messy.
You know, it's always what we do.
what did you think about the game? I enjoyed it because it was different than most games, and it kind of played out the way if you stood back and looked at it. Like Drake May wasn't ready for that game. Like he still needs
Not sure any of them were.
he still needs a year or two, but I thought it was good.
The thing for Drake May, and this is what people. It took this last and final game for a coach to say, you know what? He ain't gonna run the ball. We gonna make him read the defense, and we gonna bring this blitz. And he wasn't ready for it. And I just want my hats off to Seattle and to Sam. He took a lot of heat all year. Sam, the quarterback.
Sam Darnold, yep.
He took a lot of heat, and he got through it. I mean, he still made some tight throws. Both secondaries was playing lights out. Just one secondary and that's New England. They just couldn't hold up. The running game they kept punching at them, so they finally broke them down. But man, that is how I like to see football play. Now, don't get me wrong. If we get a chance to get an elite quarterback in there, all the better. But I love when I see just back and forth. It got a little wicked in the third quarter when New England just seemed like they just couldn't get themselves together. But I loved it.
Why don't you just be honest and just say you loved it because the kicker was the star of the game?
Well, the thing is, and since you brought that up, I was hoping someone would. This is what I envision for our kicker. I would never back away from this. If you got a dominant defense, your kicker can win a game. Never with a dominant offense will your kicker win the game. But with a dominant defense, your kicker is always set up to win the game. I believe that with all my heart. Great defenses put you in that position to keep you either tied in a game or to win a game. And most times when it's just offense.
When it was 12-0 after 3 quarters, did you think the kicker was going to be the MVP of the?
No.
Nah.
I
We
just
had that discussion.
I kept saying to myself, I was like, I said either Sam Darnold or Kenneth Murray. One of them just needs a touchdown. Whoever gets a
Kenneth
touchdown. Ken Walker. Excuse me. I keep
love
saying Kenneth
Murray.
Murray. Kenneth Walker. Excuse me.
Love that dude.
And one of them know how to run in the right hole.
Yeah, exactly. Kenneth Walker. I said it. I was sitting there with the guy, and I was like, whoever gets the touchdown first, this is going to probably be your MVP. No way they're giving it to a kicker. That was never going to happen.
I thought somebody on defense would get it just because they were so dominant. But
21.
I guess there wasn't anybody that really stood above all. I mean, they were
Yes,
all.
They were all really good.
Yeah.
It wasn't like one dude.
Witherspoon was the man. 2 sacks,
Yeah, he was good.
caused the interception. blitzed like 7 times, and they find in the fourth quarter they finally blocked him. And I know Drake May probably looked over and said, "Okay, thank you. Just one less hit to that," because every time he blitzed, he put a hand on it.
You know the depressing part about the game? When the game was over and the celebrations ended and you turn the TV off and reality sets in and the excitement, from Super Bowl Sunday, and the TV goes off, and just how far away this defense is from being championship caliber defense. I mean, that's probably going to happen in every Super Bowl. You're going to have 2 good or dominant defenses that are going to cause you to do. You can't play in that game with a defense anywhere resembling what ours is. You can't score your way to win a Super Bowl.
I'll push back on that slightly.
Okay.
The reason I'll push back on that is it's far away if we continue at the route that we're going.
You can fix it.
This
you
is
can fix it right now.
You can fix this.
You can fix it one off season.
This. I mean,
you know what?
The Patriots will. Okay, go ahead.
Let's take a break.
Okay.
Because this is going to take up a whole segment.
Okay.
Because I agree with you. Very fixable. But you got to be willing to fix it, and you got to change your entire philosophy for the last 20 plus years. Let's talk about what that is when we come back. Hanging with the boys. Be right back.
30 days.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
At Batteries Plus, we don't just sell batteries, we recycle them too. So don't toss your old ones. They're packed with critical materials we can reuse. Come in and recycle old lithium batteries found in your power tools, power banks, wearables, and small electronics. You'll score a chance to win Cowboys tickets, a VIP experience, and more. Join America's team and recycle with Batteries Plus, the official battery recycling partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? And how about them Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls? Keep your game day celebrations going with real eggs, potatoes, cheese, and our savory Jimmy Dean sausage. And with 22 grams of protein per serving, you'll have enough energy to power you from early morning to the final whistle. The no-hassle, ready-in-minutes prep makes it easy. Just heat, eat, and cheer on those Cowboys. Get yours today. Jimmy Dean brand is proud to be the official protein of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys, the second segment brought to you each and every show by blockchain.com.
Blockchain!
Chain.
Thank you, blockchain.com. All right, if you missed the first segment, we were talking about watching the game and how it was depressing to realize how far away the Cowboys are on defense to being able to get to a championship game. And Jesse said yes, but Jesse thinks they can fix it. How soon can they fix it and how?
As fast as they want to fix it. As fast as they want to fix
Go
it.
spend some money, right?
I mean, that's what Seattle did. Mm-hmm. Seattle was the number 4 team in the National Football League in contract spending in free agency, right? Yes, drafting matters.
Weren't the Patriots like number 1?
They were number 1. Yeah. The Patriots were number 1. The Vikings were like number 2, and the Giants were number 3. And you saw what they were defensively.
3 out of
Vikings,
4 ain't bad.
Right? But like, the Vikings just made a bad deal thinking they had a better quarterback than what they had. Mm-hmm. If the Vikings would have had Sam Darnold, they probably would have won a lot more games than they did last year. with the defense that they had. And the Giants, they just, again, didn't have a quarterback. Their defense was pretty good as well. This is fixable. The problem is the front office willing to spend differently in free agency? If Chris looked it up for us in the back, from March 9th to 11th is the legal tampering when everybody's having the backdoor conversations. March 11th is when free agency opens. If they're not in that first week of conversations, if they're waiting until the second and third week of conversations, then we know that they're not trying to change it.
God forbid, if we start talking about the third week, it's over, y'all. Mm-hmm. It's over.
Like, there's far too many needs on this defense right now. Like, the only thing that I am confident in saying about this current Dallas Cowboys defense that I will say, dog, it's Quentin. That's it. I'm not willing to say any other person definitively is a dog. And there are so many gaps and holes that you have due to lack of development, lack of drafting, lack of free agent signings, that you have a ton to fill. You need corners, you need safeties, you need all the linebackers, you need rush ins, you need a lot of players. Yeah. And there's a difference between trying to go out, because, okay, cool, Mike is not here anymore. That's fine. That's not coming back. And I know that there's a conversation about another guy that potentially can be a trade factor. We can't mention his name on this particular show today. But if you're looking to change this thing, I'm not saying that you need all pros at every position. The Seattle Seahawks didn't have all pros at every position. The Patriots didn't have all pros at every position. But you need really good players at all positions. You need Quinn is your A+ player, right?
You need 4 more B.
You gotta have some B's out there.
You
have to have some B's out there that's dogs.
You need 4 more of them.
Like starters. You have to have that. And so you can easily change the fortune of what your defense was. Now, we're still waiting on to see who and how Christian Parker will work out. I think I speak for the group when I say that we're all hopeful. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very hopeful.
Like, there's nothing that, like, we're way more hopeful about Christian Parker than we were about Matt Eberflus. And we knew more about Matt Eberflus than we did about Christian Parker, right? Mm-hmm. And this is a guy who hasn't called plays before, has been the understudy of some good defensive coordinators, Brian Flores, Vic Fangio, Vance Joseph, and such. So we're all hopeful there in that process. If you want to fix this, you can fix this. They have to want to fix this. They have to want to put themselves in position that when we get to training camp next year, we're not still asking the question about, boy, what is this defense going to be? Who's going to be the starters? How are they going to approach this thing? If we get to training camp and we're still having that discussion.
All right, let me ask you this, because you and I, we talk about this a lot going back to last year. Mm-hmm. There have been changes, because we always talk on the show how, ownership is stubborn and how they're set in their ways and how it's the same old, and it's same result. It's been changing a little bit over the last year with the hiring of Schottenheimer, kind of the same, somebody that maybe wasn't calling all the shots, but it seems like things are being done a little bit different, going and getting a George Pickens, going and actually getting a Quinnen Williams when you didn't have to.
You had to.
You had to, but you didn't have to.
You had to. 100%.
You had to.
Why did you have to?
Because if they wouldn't have got it, they were still
terrible?
Bruh,
Terrible's terrible.
Nuh-uh. No, it ain't.
You did that to save your fan base is why you did it. To save a little bit of face.
To save face with yourself. You told the fan base that the dude that you got in the trade was going to be the run stopper that we've been looking for.
Okay,
and,
well,
and then nothing to stop. Nothing
I'll give y'all that.
No running had stopped.
We had to, but we didn't have to. Anyway, you went and got Quinnen. Mm-hmm. It seems like you let your coach have a big say in who his defensive coordinator was. Seems like you've let your defensive coordinator pick, and it's not a traditional Cowboys hire, right? Mm-hmm. It's a non-proven person that everybody else in the league's been doing. Hey, let's give this young guy from this tree a shot, right? You're letting him kind of go get his own coaches and put his staff together. Do you have any faith, Jesse, that things will be done different this offseason with some things are changing. Do you feel like some things will stay the same, or this is kind of a global, holistic, like we've been doing this for the last 30 years with the same result, insanity? Do you think more things are going to change and they're going to go spend money in free agency and they're going to do things a little bit different? Or do you think it's going to be let down again in free agency and on in the training camp and things like that?
I mean, there's 30 years of evidence. I don't have much faith that they're going to go out and spend in free agency. I want to be wrong.
Hopeful.
Yeah, but
I'm hopeful.
I think, like, maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit, but I think the way they went about hiring Parker was a big change. I mean, Jerry said recently that, I mean, he was.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, he was counting on his own, comfort level with Zimmer and Quinn and what.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said this is a new way of doing business.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a little change. I think
you think it's a big change?
That was a big change. Now, whether it transfers into the free agency, that's we all hope.
Let me tell you something. If we don't continue this trend, you think terrible was last year? If we don't continue this trend of changing the way we do business, you don't think it can get worse. I know it can get worse because I was a part of them 1 and whatevers, 3 and whatevers. It can get worse. 7 games do give your fan base, okay, if we do 1 or 2 things, listen and adjust, it can go better. But don't let them 1 or 2 things just to talk about. And then we'll be in there. We'll be doing another drum beat to a different tune. It can get worse. If we don't do things, if we wait till the 3rd week of free agency and say, oh, we got a great bargain, and we go into training camp with waiting on other people's rosters to get cut like we did last year. We had 2 starting corners where they was cut from other teams on the street. It can get worse. And if you can't see it can get worse, what football game were you watching?
I'm from Jersey by way of Missouri.
Show me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just have to stand on that until you show me differently. Because
what would make you change your mind? What would make you think things are different?
First week of free agency.
That you actually go out and you play for players. Like, you go and you get top level free agents. And I want the Cowboys to address issues the right way. Like, not Band-Aids. Like, go ahead and address it. Go and get you try to address it for let's just talk about last year. You tried to address issues last year with a bunch of guys of, 1-year deals and hoping you strike gold again with these guys. And because they had to pass a pedigree or what word am I looking for? Traits that you've liked in the draft 5-6 years ago.
Building a team on potential and not
potential. Go get guys. Go get and I say go get guys, but also go get guys who love football. Because they're going to be necessary here. Because every time you talk about Christian Parker, and I want Christian Parker to work so bad for a number of reasons. But when you say what he did in other places, I will point to the players that he said that came out and spoke and said how much he developed them. I would say Patrick Surtain II was the number 7 overall pick. Quenya Mitchell was a first-round pick. Cooper DeJean was a high second-round pick. So you know what that tells me? He does wonders with players who have talent.
And more importantly, he does wonders with players who want to be good.
Right. So that's the difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go get me don't go get me guys who don't love the game. Don't go get me guys who just want what the game brings to them. We had a lot of guys in this organization who love what the game has given them, but don't love the game. Don't put the work in for the game. Who want to come here and live off the backs of Nate Newton and company, and live off those stripes, and just get here and say, oh, well, I made it. I'm a Cowboy, and you start having these unrealistic expectations about who you are, what your game is, how you should be playing, all the other kind of stuff. Nah, go get some dudes who actually look at the backs of the players that Nate Newton came along and says, no. I want to be like that.
I want to earn it.
I want to earn it like those dudes did. I don't want to just live off their dynasty run in the 90s. I want to start our own. I want to be the guys who I say this all the time. We around here long enough to know when practice and meetings ends, all I got to do is stand right there. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the Star before. If you haven't, there's tours through here all the time. Come through, okay? You can stand right here outside the studio at that window. And when the day is done, see how many cars get speeding tickets leaving out of the parking lot. I need a bunch of dudes in here who are spending time learning and getting better in the game, who are breaking down film, working through things. I was listening to the sounds of the sideline for the Seattle game, and not Jeremiah Love, that's the running back, but the Love, who got the interception in the game. And he was like, oh, man, he dropped one early in the game. He was like, oh, man, I'm on it, man. When he gets to that back foot and his shoulders do this, I know the ball is coming. And so he's waiting on it. Sure enough, boom, interception. That's the dude that's in the film room. Mm-hmm. Those are dudes who are saying, we're going to master this thing so that when we go out on the field on Sundays, we're out there having fun because we got our telltale signs, we got our assignments down, we know where to be, how to be, who to be there with. Our communication is not fudged up. Our calls are not messed up. All that stuff comes from the unit, the pack, willing to sit in there and really take the game seriously. That's what the players that you need to bring in here. I don't need any more guys that you're going to bring in here that's like just love what the game brings them.
I'll never forget. I probably told you guys on the show before. I was given a tour one night, 7:30 after hours. Had some VIPs in. Walked over to the football side. Everybody's gone. Lights are off. Cleaning people are around. And I walked up to the top of the stairs where the team auditorium is, and the defensive team meeting rooms are on the left. And I walked by, Sean Lee's in there, by himself, with the clicker, by himself. And I walked by. I was like, oh, sorry, Sean. He's like, oh, it's okay. Hey guys, how are y'all? Nobody else in there with him. And I'm sure he did that
every night.
Every night he was in there. And that's why he was so damn good. Love the game, right?
Love the
what
game.
you're talking about.
Love the game.
All right, let's come back and talk about we need a lot of collateral on defense, right? Where would you guys, or how are these conversations from your point of view happening now? Where would you spend do you predetermine, because free agency is before the draft, right? Do you predetermine I'm going after free agents at these positions, and then I'm spending my draft collateral in other ways? How does that conversation happen, and how would you guys spend all that collateral on the last segment of Hanging with the Boys? Be right back.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/cowboys.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together, we cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by 7-Eleven. Kurt.
Yeah.
Get your everyday essentials
All
at your
right.
nearest 7-Eleven. Whether your team Big Gulp or Team Slurpee, 7-Eleven is always open and always ready for you 24/7. All right. We know.
Big gulp, son.
We know, and Jesse backed us up, that we have to spend collateral on the defense, right? You got draft picks, 2 number 1 draft picks. You got to go spend some money in free agency. How are those conversations being held on the other side of the building? Do you identify like, okay, we're going to, because free agencies, like we said, you got to be active the first week to get the players you need to fix this thing. Do they already have guys like, we're going after this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, and then we're going to draft around that? Or how does all that work?
You have the conversation of, all right, cool. What are our needs, right? What are we prioritizing? Is it in linebacker, corner?
And do you kind of rank them like we got to go get a dog here?
Because you start playing the odds of what's available in free agency, what's available potentially to come in your way in a draft, and then what are we willing to spend in the budget? Because this is when it all comes down to. Because I can say I want Shannon Gross. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden you hit free agency and Team A says, well, we're going to give you X amount of dollars for X amount of years. And the Cowboys go, well, we had it for them. Mm-hmm. We didn't have that price for you. So now the player that they did want, we wanted Shannon, but Team A said they were going to give it. Now the Cowboys like, well,
so it's kind of like the draft. You kind of have guys slotted like he's kind of here in this range,
and here's what we're willing to pay for that, give or take maybe $1 million or $2 million. Mm-hmm. Here's probably what our terms would be for that, and then everything's up for negotiation, right? Mm-hmm. But you have a baseline of where you're willing to pay for that player. Mm-hmm. And then you just kind of go down the list of, all right, well, we lost him, but you're working on all this at the same time, because when free agency open, it's not like, okay, if free agency opens up for defensive linemen, no, free agency opens up for everybody. And so everybody has a need, and there's only one Shannon, and there might be 12 teams that are looking to have your services fill a need for they have in their team. Mm. So you kind of, and this is the part with having that conversation, like, with being told us that 9th through the 11th is where we having this conversation. I'm on the phone with agents. Hey man, what you thinking? Oh man, we thinking 3 for 75. That's where we're at right now, 3 for 75. And now you're like, okay, all right, Steven, Jerry, 3 for 75. What do you think about that? Too rich for our blood, or what if we did 4 for this? And so you know what I'm saying? So those tampering days is when you're kind of hashing out with all those different agents about where you sit. And you might be able to say in those first couple of days, well, I can already tell where they're at right now today. Too rich for our blood.
Mm-hmm. So you go to your next candidate.
Let's pivot to the next guy. Then we talked to said agent. Said agent said they want this, and he said they got a couple offers to get that. Then cool, fine. We're not paying that.
And see, where is this draft choice? Is it slotted? You just pay the money. You figure out how you pay the money. It's slotted. But here it's not slotted. So if you're a total free agent coming out of here in this free agency, you set your number high. You ain't never set that. You really going overboard, hoping somebody will bite. Yeah. So if you're for real, you're gonna pull an agent to the side, because some of these guys they're friendly with, some of them they're not. And so hey man, we really like your guy. Come on, shoot us. What's going on? Some agents will give it to you, some won't. So you got to go to work. You got to go to work. But more importantly, what is the priority? Is the priority defensive line? Is the priority safeties? What is truly your priority? Because that's where you got to be slotted the most. Because you do not want to wait, because every year we'll all sit around here talking heads. Well, this guy, that guy. Oh, but it's true. In about a week and a half, all the top tier game changers and A-plus players that may hit free agency, they're gone.
Let's say linebacker's your priority with the Cowboys. We need a stud A linebacker. Do you target multiple guys in free agency to go after, or do you go, we're drafting the best linebacker in the draft?
You can't, because you don't know if you're going to be available.
Yeah, you got to go.
So you address your highest needs in free agency first?
You should try to address all your high needs in free agency, so that when you get to the draft,
best available player.
Now you can go. Now your picture is clear, right? Because as of today, you don't know what's going to fall to you at 12, right? Because right now, you can say today, Fernando Mendoza is the only quarterback going in the top 10. Well, somebody might say, you know what, Ty Simpson, we like him, and now he jumps in the top 10. Well, that pushes another player that you might not have thought had a chance at, backup player. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now all of a sudden, that's how you end up with CeeDee Lamb. When you're looking around, you're saying, wait, whoa, we weren't going to pick a receiver in the draft this year, but CeeDee Lamb fell at 17. Oh, we got to take him. We had him rated this high on our draft board. Didn't think he was going to be there at 17, 18, whatever he was. Now we got another receiver. So I think you address everything in the free agency that you can, and then now your picture is clear in the draft, and then after the draft you try to now piece together whatever else you may not have gotten, or that there may be some more pieces out there that come available to say, you know what, that's a good piece we might want to, as a depth piece. That's my piece we want to bring in and see how we can configure that into, what we want to do.
Free agent day, Chris, is what actual day that they can sign?
The 11th.
That's a Tuesday, Wednesday?
Oh, I don't know.
See, because I like to know that, because if it's on a Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll be able to come in here, because the top 15 guys are going to be
March
signed.
11th is a Wednesday.
Okay, so when we come in here
on March 12th,
it's going to be like, hey, man, you're just waiting on legal approval. These 15 guys done signed.
So if we are not in here on March the 12th talking about at least
if we not in here
3, 4, 5 guys, then Jesse's like, I told y'all.
If we not in here saying, okay, all right, so here we go.
Let me ask you this: do they handcuff themselves because they take so long with these? Now you got the Pickens contract. Last year was Parsons. The year before that it was Dak and Lamb. Before that it was Dak again. I mean, they're waiting to allocate all this money to their own. Are they hampering themselves by not getting those done earlier?
Their minds were already shut down to free agency. Like, just say the history is, we never, and I'm talking about collectively.com, we never talk about free agency. Just think, for the last 6 or 7 years, when have we talked about free agency? It's been, we're going to sign Dak. And so we talk right on through free agency about when to sign Dak. We're going to sign CD. So we talk right on through free agency. This is the first year that, that we have concentrated. I know our group. I don't, in the other shows, I don't know what they're doing. But this is the first time we've said they got to do something different. Now they went out and got the Parker. Okay. Oh, that is different. You know what? You ain't had to go get Parker for me. All I want is you to change what you do in free agency. Because I believe players with the right coaches are great teams, not the other way around. Because like you said about Mr. Parker, the last 2 places he left, they like, hey, man, we going to get you a first-round pick over here. We're going to let you pick this guy in free agents over here. We're going to let you do this. Great players make already intelligent coaches great. It don't work the other way. Ask Bill Belichick. It don't work the other way.
And on top of that, I know we got to get ready to go. But when you handcuff yourself when, okay, cool, you don't work and get a deal done for George Pickens, and now you say, well, we franchise tagged him. Well, that's $28 million solid on the cap.
Right.
On the cap. It hampers you going to spend other money, because you don't know if that money now is going to turn into $28 million or it's going to turn into $3 million, because you signed a long-term deal and his first year is going to be $8 million. You see what I'm saying? So you hamper yourself by not getting these deals done with your own players. and you franchise tag him because that is a solid number that is on the cap no matter what.
When can you franchise tag?
Now, no,
No, the third.
third, yes,
March 3rd?
yeah.
So if that's what you're going to do it on the 3rd. That way you know, right?
No, but it handcuffs you because
It's a solid 28 deal.
if it's solid.
But if you know that's what you're going to do, are you saying go in and try to negotiate?
I'm saying get the deal done before you hit free agency so that I know now truly what I have to spend.
What if I know I want to, like, hey, we love what you did last year. We want to make sure long term this is smart for us because of some of the attitude issues in the past. Give us another year. We're going to franchise you this year, and we'll work out a long-term deal later. Would you do that? Or would you sign Pickens now to a long-term deal?
Signing Pickens to a long-term deal now gives me more room to spend elsewhere.
Even if you have some concerns?
If you concerns,
still got concerns.
Yeah. Listen, man.
So the franchise tag, when you can, when you can assign the franchise tag, actually starts February 17th. March 3rd is that's the last day. That's the deadline to assign it. You can sign it between the February 17th and March 3rd.
So
anywhere in there.
Do all their plans rest on when they sign Pickens?
No, but again, because you can say all that and Pickens can go, I ain't playing on the tag. And you say, well, I ain't giving you a deal. Right? Like, so like you just because
then you're going to sit out like Le'Veon Bell and get the same contract the next year.
Or you can cause a lot of problems.
Either way, it screws up your whole master plan as a team.
The master plan
He's
is
not
screwed up.
there. Doesn't matter what the money is.
Doesn't matter what the money is, right? But because here's the thing, the 28 is still on hold. Unless you revoke it, the money is still on hold.
So you miss out the money and the players.
So you miss out the money and the money you can't spend elsewhere because it's allocated. The player's not there. Now, granted, he'll have to deal with his consequences by not being there. You have to play in 6 games or be active 6 games in order for that to be considered a season that now a credited season where they can't switch you over to you know what I'm saying, like that deal doesn't roll over to next year, right? So signing him gives you more space to go. All right, cool. We know that the first year for George Pickens, and of course you're already going to hit the switches on Dax and CD. Those are. Let me say this before we also go. It's funny because you have some people reporting like, and CD said it. He's like, I'm willing to do all I can to get George Pickens his money, stuff like that. And people are saying like, oh yeah, Dak and CD aren't doing a damn thing.
They're not taking less.
They're not doing a damn thing.
If you want to stretch it out, fine.
These things have already been in place. These are switches that are getting ready to get hit, whether Dak or CD want them to or not. These things were in place when they signed their contract a long time ago. So when they say that they're willing to, no, they're not. These switches will be already hit because it's already built in, and that's how they're going to go from being 37 under the salary cap to being $130-something million over the salary cap because the switch is going to be hit. So they're not giving up any money for the cause of George Pickens
because they like the Cowboys.
These switches were already in place long before George Pickens got here. And so that's going to be cool, but you just want to know what you have to spend. So that's why you should get that deal done sooner rather than later.
But you agree they should franchise him to give it more time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because if you don't,
he's a free agent.
Gone.
Right. So now anybody can sign him. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes,
so
yes.
it puts pressure on the situation.
Right. I just wish the Cowboys would have been proactive throughout the season. Once you saw him and his projection throughout the season, like I said, I was standing right there as we're walking into Radio Row. Clarence Hill and David Mulugeta are walking in talking, and I walk in on the conversation, and I'm ear hustling, and he's like, I haven't heard from anybody from the Cowboys. I can't tell you what says nothing. I have radio silence. This is from his mouth, and I'm like, and he's like, so what you thinking, what you feeling? He was like, whenever I hear from somebody, I literally have not heard a word from them about George.
It's called lesson learned.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
lesson learned.
And so I just, for me,
when we talk,
like,
we get a deal.
Let's be proactive so that when we get to this point, that at least that there's something in the ways, especially since you've been hands off in a defensive coordinator search. And if you've given that over to Shotty, then what are you working on? You should be working on getting deals done behind the scenes, or at least the communication of it all.
So you said lesson learned. What do you mean by that?
Because Jesse, give him the whole story. Who agent is Mr.
Oh, David Malugetta, George Pickens' agent.
Yeah, and who else? Agent?
Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons' agent.
Lesson learned.
What do you mean by that?
It was, you know what?
We ain't talking
we
until
talked
we
to
get
players and gave a, this, that, and the other. Well, when I'm quite sure Mr. Jones and his crew decide that, okay, this is what we're offering, this is where we're going, they're going to give him a call. Other than that, it's going to stay dead. It's going to be dead silence. Lesson learned. Jesse's just giving you his opinion on what he think the Cowboys should do if they're going to do something different than what they normally do. But they got their plan and how they going to do it. I wish they would do something different, But my difference don't lie so much with them because I know the $28 million is going because I believe the tag is coming. Mm-hmm. So the $28 million is there, and then the negotiations will start, not before. But you still have to go out and get some players. This thing is not going to work. It's not going to work the way it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse.
It makes it tougher, though. Like when you know you got to pay that $28 million. When you renegotiate and have three.
But you just text us here with the ideas where Coach said, Mr. Jones said, he busting the bank or whatever. What did you say?
Busting the budget.
Yeah, he busting the budget. So I don't believe it. You don't believe it. You don't believe it. But he said it. I didn't say it. He said he busted the budget.
We gotta have that. We gotta have.
You're wearing the all-in shirt.
Yeah, but see, I want to go to heaven.
You going on?
It's a different deal. That's a different deal,
We got to have that off-season headline.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
Whether we do it or not. Bust the budget.
Bust the budget.
All right, real quick, because we all agree we got to do stuff in free agency before we get out of here. What will be your number one priority to go after in free agency? Which position, Jesse?
For me, with Christian Parker being your defensive coordinator, and listen to him talk, I'm going to find me that new age nickel corner. Okay. I need to go find me a starting corner, a Weatherspoon type player, or a safety, Darren Woodson type player that can come down
kind
and
of a hybrid,
hybrid
in one of those.
Because that's what he's been talking about. He being Christian Parker, so I'm gonna find me one of them corners.
Kurt,
I would say cornerback. I didn't narrow it down to nickel and all that, but they need some help on that
cornerback
secondary. Yeah,
Nate,
the most intelligent player that can get these guys line. Go get me an athletic, intelligent player. So that leads back to what Jesse said. If it's a hybrid linebacker, guy that can cover all the backs, all the tight end, I don't care. Just as long as he got some intelligence to him.
I'm going linebacker. I think you got a solid starting front. I think you're missing a lot at linebacker. If you can get the front seven fixed, I think it helps your secondary and makes it look a little bit better. So I would probably go linebacker.
They need some edge guys too, though.
Yeah,
they need everything.
That's what I'm saying. And you're gonna need some intelligent guys in the back end. And I'll break it down more as we get into the offseason. But just looking how Vic Fangio and that match quarters that he runs, it's gonna take a level of intelligence.
Thank you.
It's gonna take a level of intelligence. All I'm saying is,
hey Chris, you're plugged in. Where would you go with your number one free agent target position?
You got to be edge. You have to do edge, right?
Edge. Okay.
Or cornerback. Cornerback.
And here's the
Either way, it's going to be on the edge, huh, Chris?
Here's the wild thing. If they do what Chris said, you said, or I said,
you still got to get
they
help.
all right.
Yeah.
They all right.
And you still need help.
Right, because they need
the position of defense is good for me.
The position that they like, we're all right.
I was like, what position? Defense.
Yes, defense. Yeah, defense. Any of them.
Yeah.
So, all right, fellas, good stuff. Missed you guys.
Yeah, man.
Jesse, we'll have to get into more Super Bowl talk next week and your experience out there and the cool stuff you did and the people you met and interviews you had.
Absolutely.
All right, good stuff. We'll be back next Thursday. Hanging with the boys, same time, same place.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!